Alright, so today I'm going to teach you one of the very best methods you could ever possibly use to remove a large dent from your car. With great skill and precision, I welded this bolt onto my fender, and I have this lovely wrench to assist me, and now I just really hope that it will stay on there well enough that I can start hammering this upwards and trying to pull that dent to a reasonable enough point where I can use body filler to make it look passable. But that's the plan. It's definitely not going to be perfect. I guess I'm probably going to have to just hammer that part inward as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. Oh yeah, by the way, just a disclaimer because I'm wearing this goofy thing. I broke my back like 5 years ago, and my lower back has been feeling pretty painful in the last few days, so I figured I'd just throw this on. It's a little lumbar support thing, so it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to stand, I guess, down here. But anyways, we're about to find out if this actually works or if this bolt just flies off and hits me in the face, or I don't know. I haven't made any attempts yet, so I'm as curious as you are. Oh yeah. Well, that actually worked. Ideally, you're going to want to grind off all the paint and stuff before you want to weld on this sort of thing. A lot of flux core will go through thin paint, but it just makes the welds a little bit better. I guess you don't really necessarily need the strongest welds in the world to do this. The normal tools for them weld like basically a tiny rivet looking thing onto it. Some of you have probably seen them before, but I don't have one of those tools, so here we are. It's not that bad. Well, there you go. Now if I just hammer that in a little bit and then put filler over it, and there might be a high spot there, then go over it with the block, I bet that should look pretty good. I mean, it will probably be inconsistent with the body line, but it's not going to be that massive dent. So I'm happy. So I found the culprit. The secondary fuel pump isn't working at all. Nothing happens when you turn the accessory key on. There's no sound, nothing whatsoever, and the pump just came in today, actually quite a bit earlier than I thought. But anyways, I'm gonna run to AutoZone and pick up a new sock because I didn't order one of these, and this is really disgusting, and it has rips and holes in it. So $7.99 over there. It's like 10 minutes away, so I'm just gonna run over there and pick that up. And as for this dent, I think this is completely Bondo ready at this point. I might pull a little bit more there, but there's no parts that come outward. Everything's recessed now and not that much, so body filler should be a viable solution now. But yeah, between those two things, that's what I'm gonna do today. This car should, if all goes well, be running fine again. I've replaced a lot of the little fuel components, so should be good. But I'll get back to you when I start installing the rest of it. Just got back from AutoZone. Got the new sock on there. The new pump is installed. I believe everything's together just as it was before, so just have to clean up the gasket and everything and reassemble it, plug it back in, and hope that it actually turns on now. There was no sign of it working at all prior, so we checked the voltage and it was getting 10 volts, which I believe from what I checked on Google is normal for that pump, so it should be good. It should be getting power, so basically it's just a bad pump as far as I know. So should be driving today. So in street forged fashion, I now have a new wire that is responsible for powering the fuel pump in the back, and I'm really hoping that there's no issues with voltage or anything like that. Running 12 volts directly to it. I know that the signal wire was running on 10, but there was a lot of paint damage done in the process of finishing that up, and a lot of headaches. The float ball came off and it was really hard to get out of the tank. It was just a general nightmare, this entire thing. Turns out my old pump actually still worked. This wire down here didn't have any voltage. I don't know what happened to it. There's a break in the wire somewhere, or a short or something, that I might have cut a wire or something prior. I'm not sure what happened, but either way, that orange wire is replacing it, and it appears to be working. When I turn on accessory, I hear a pretty loud buzzing back here. So it's good. Time for a test drive.